Dude, Peter DeBoer, 9-0 in game sevens in his career. That is frankly one of the I remember, I think you brought this stat up to me last year where you're like, if they go to seven, I forget what it was, but what we were talking about, but it was like if they go to seven, Pete DeBoer is taking this. And I know we've had our reservations about Pete DeBoer. We like producer Mando knows all about Pete DeBoer. The last time, so yesterday, I don't know for that game, the last time that a team came back from a multi-goal deficit in the third period to win also happened to be Pete DeBoer with the San Jose Sharks when they took down the Vegas Golden Knights. Like, how ridiculous of a stat is that?
Yeah. Not only is he 9-0, 9 wins in game sevens, regardless of losses, is the most in North American sport history for a coach. And he's undefeated. Like, it's insane. And on the other side, the Bednar stuff, and not just Bednar, the Avs stuff too, right? Like, it's such a disparity. Bednar's 0-4 now.
Yeah,
And Colorado's the first North American sports team to lose 7 straight game sevens. Like that, it's a crazy, crazy stat. And it almost feels like it snuck up on us. Like, doesn't it? Like, I don't.
I think that would get more play if the Avs didn't win a cup in 2022.
Definitely,
You know what I
100%,
mean?
100%. So like Justin Williams has the reputation as Mr. Game 7. Okay, so Peter DeBoer has to be Coach Game 7.
Yeah,
Um,
I
right, like
guess
if
so.
you're doing the
Mayor
starting
game
lineup,
seven
right? Like if you're doing the starting lineup, like he's on your bench. Justin Williams is on your. I think he plays right wing.
on your wing. Yeah,
And at this point, Mikko Rantanen's he's in that starting lineup too. You know that he's the active leading goal scorer in Game Sevens, and I believe he has 5 Game 7 goals now, more than anyone else playing in the NHL
so
right now.
wait a minute. He has the active lead, but the Avs are 0 and what is it? 0 and
Correct.
7 or whatever.
Well,
I think
with
in
him
Sven is
0
like
and
0 and
3
4.
with him on the team.
0 and
Yeah.
3. Yeah. So, that's a real tough look there actually. Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I think with that we can talk about what happened in that game, and I mean that was. I don't know, which one did you enjoy more? Did you enjoy the Sunday Game 7 or the Saturday Game 7 more?
So
I kind of like the Saturday one.
full disclosure, didn't really see anything. Like I didn't watch it live. The Saturday game
Okay.
7.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was out and about, and we were watching a bit of like the first two periods, and by the third period, it was like, okay, let's just turn it off. We were doing something else. I was at a party for a friend, and I was like, okay, let's we got other things to do here.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it snuck up on us. It was like, hey, the Stars came back in that third period and they ended up winning. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, you just couldn't be normal for once.
Yeah.
That's my mistake. I should have known. I should have
Should have
known to.
expected better from these playoffs,
Yeah,
Dave. Come
yeah.
on, come on.
I should have
Hey,
expected it.
anyways, yeah, the Mikko Rantanen story, just from start to not even finish now. We've still got more of it to enjoy, but that was very. This is once again, like I've made the comparison earlier in the year, like almost like NBA like that did not feel like something that usually happens in the NHL. When you get to game 7, or even when you just get late in the series, feels like so many times it's like an Adam Lowry goal. Like it's a dirty one from the guy you least expect that is the hero of the game. And for 2 straight games, Mikko Rantanen was the hero. Not the Dallas Stars. It was Mikko Rantanen just deciding, screw it. I'm going to score 4 points in a period, back-to-back games.
Yeah.
It was incredible, incredible to watch. When I just got in here before we started recording, I know you and Mando were talking about a Mikko Rantanen stat. Did you want to throw it out here
Yeah.
if you had
So
it? Yeah.
I do have the splits for Rantanen. So between games 1 to 4, he only had 1 assist. So only 1 point through the first 4 games of the series, but between game 5 to 7, he ended with 5 goals, 11 points in that span. So to take him up to 12 points in the 7 games. He's also the first player ever to have a hat trick in the third period of a game 7, which feels honestly ridiculous. Like that doesn't feel like a real stat to me either. Like nobody's done that before.
I think
like,
it's a third period hat trick, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a third.
yeah,
Sorry, to
yeah,
have a hat trick in the third period of a game 7. Who scored all 3 goals
yeah.
in
Game
the
7, Natty
third.
Hattie. Yeah.
Crazy.
The second goal he scored, it's a power play goal, but it might as well have been shorthanded because he goes 1-on-3 with the Colorado Avalanche and comes out with the puck in the net. Like, it's insane. It was an insane, like, I don't know if, like, Peter DeBoer gives you, like, the green light in that scenario. Like, William Nylander, I don't think maybe he does get the green light. Like, I'm just imagining on a power play to have the audacity to just say, screw it. Everyone else is behind the neutral zone red line. There's 20 seconds left on the power play. Let me just try this in game 7 when you're down a goal. Like the audacity of Mikko Rantanen and the audacity of him to score on that attempt too that was incredible. For all of the talk that Mikko Rantanen is not the same player without Nathan MacKinnon, people, Dave, once upon a time we talked about Jonathan Huberdeau being nothing without Alex Barkov. And I don't think you accused Mikko Rantanen of this, but there's people who did. There is people who did.
There were people. I wasn't completely sold, especially watching Rantanen in Carolina. At first, everybody's there was questions. Like there was a point in time where it's like you did question whether like who made who tick better. But I think we came up with our answer in that third period, right? That was a vintage performance from Mikko Rantanen. And that's somebody who just if we're going to talk about people that elevate their games in the playoffs, Mikko Rantanen has to be put, like you said it before with the goal stat, but I think that game in particular kind of proved to everybody just what a monster that guy is in the playoffs.
They flashed it up during the game, so I think at this point he didn't have all 4 of his points, but I believe he's top 5 all time, or it's either active or all time in playoff points per game. Like it is Draisaitl, McDavid, and then MacKinnon and Rantanen are next in terms of active guys. Probably throw in like Crosby in there too. But like that is the Mount Rushmore of playoff performers right now.
Wow.
And like, listen, MacKinnon was a beast in this series too, with 7 goals in 7 games. Like he's the leading scorer in the playoffs. He's gonna exit it that way. But I did want to bring up this stat just on the MacKinnon Rantanen front from StatMuse here. Mikko Rantanen stats in the regular season without Nathan MacKinnon in the lineup. Okay, he played 43 games when this was the case between 2017 and 2024. What were Mikko Rantanen's goals and assist numbers in 43 games without Nathan MacKinnon?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm going to say he had 15 goals. And you want points as well?
Yeah.
I'll pose a guess. I'll say like 35 points.
22 goals in 43 games, 52 points in 43 games.
Dude, half a goal a game without
basically his career rate. Like that's like he was basically the same guy with and without Mikko Rantanen. I mean, without Nathan MacKinnon in the lineup. Now I don't know what the counter argument to that is. Well, they also have Cale Makar. They also have this guy or that guy. It's like, yeah, good teams have good players. Like that's that's how this works. But
speaking about Cale Makar, somebody that just had I would say awful playoff. Like
yes, yeah.
In terms of superstar players to just not have a great series, I think he's got to be top of my list. Honestly,
definitely
5 points in the 7 games, 1 goal. No 5-on-5. I don't think it's like any 5-on-5 points or like only a couple 5-on-5 points. Like this is a guy who should be a game-breaking talent, and we know how good Cale Makar is.
is a Conn Smythe winner, right? Like that's
Yeah.
part of his reputation too. This is one where it feels like we're waiting for the shoe to drop, maybe at locker cleanout, right? Like we had that in
Mm.
Tampa, where it was like, yeah, these guys, none of them have healthy bodies. Oliver Bjorkstrand is like might not have a leg by next week. Like I don't know
Yeah,
if you heard
Victor
that.
Hegman has a broken leg. It's like,
Yeah, like just
wow.
everything. I'm joking about the Bjorkstrand stuff. It's not that serious, but like he's going through stuff. Anyways, like the Colorado, maybe it's not just the whole team, but definitely like Cale Makar, like you're waiting to hear something there. So I don't know. We'll see if that's the case. The fallout here, the consequences, the blame game.
Yeah.
I've surprisingly seen a lot of Avalanche fans contemplating like firing Bednar. I'm surprised by that. I am surprised by that. I guess every coach does have an expiry date. Look at Craig Berube, won a cup with St. Louis and right? No, it didn't
Was
stay there for the
unceremonious.
total.
He was let go
Yeah.
within 2 seasons. He
Difference
made it
there
to the
is
second round the year after. It's not like they
yeah,
were a cup winners and then they missed the playoffs the year after. Like they were still a well-oiled machine, but then
yeah.
over the next couple of years it starts to wear and tear, and we saw like how explosive the ending was in St. Louis. I'm not going to suggest that it's going to be as explosive in Colorado. I kind of feel like they're going to maybe keep a little bit more level-headed, but yeah, I don't know where can can Jared Bednar come back after this? Like that's a collapse,
So
dude.
this is what I think. I'm of two minds here. First is I think the Avs' frustration isn't just with like this series loss, right? Like this is you're going up against the Dallas Stars, who are one of the Cup favorites. Okay, um, and it's been said like it's a first round matchup that's really a conference final.
Yeah.
Um,
But dude, we've had four of those in this play. Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
understand the
They're not the only
argument.
ones going through it. But I also think it's additive. Like the real backbreaker is this plus like losing to Seattle after you
Yeah.
win the cup, right? Like those when you put these together is how you end up with the frustration. I still
I
don't think
think
I fire him. I think this is the off season where you say, Jared, we're taking all of your assistants from you. We're
Mhm.
firing the incumbent coaching staff, and we're maybe not bringing in our guys, but it's like we need a different look. And the Leafs did that multiple times over in Keefe's tenure, multiple times.
but the thing is like how well did that go for him, right? Yeah,
Sometimes good, sometimes not good.
sometimes not great.
I think that's the like I don't know. So would you go the full distance and say sayonara?
No, but I think this is thin ice year for
Yeah.
Bednar. I think this is last dance for him at least. I don't know if it's I don't. It can't be last dance for the core, right? Like you
No,
have
no, you
Mac,
know.
you have Mac, Mac and Mac,
Yeah.
right? That should be enough.
So
But dude, you had your other piece. Like your other piece was the one that costed you,
that's
that
so why
took
are we
away everything.
so why are we looking at Bednar here?
I think
Uh,
the finger needs to be pointed a bit higher up, man.
so yeah, Chris McFarland is the GM. Joe Sakic, president of Hockey Ops. I don't remember when the last time we heard Sakic speak was. I don't know if he spoke after the Rantanen trade, but this feels like a spot. You need something here. I think the Avs they became like the poster child for how to handle your star core the most efficiently.
In
That
a
was kind of
cap
the
era,
in a cap
100%.
era, right? So that was the reputation. It almost feels like they got too caught up in that mindset, right? And it's like I don't know who to point the finger at for the ranting and stuff, whether it's Mikko, the Abs, or Mikko's agent, but there
Well,
was a bit
every
of a miscalculation there. And I'm kind of leaning towards looking at the Abs and saying you got too caught up in your own philosophy that you lost
yeah,
the forest for the trees.
everything we heard from Rantanen's camp was yes, they posed an offer, like they posed a contract like proposal that was higher than the offer that the Avs were going to give. Like it was a substantially over, right? It's not like they weren't going to lowball themselves, right? They would shoot themselves in the foot like that. But then the Avs kind of took that as a sign of just getting trigger happy and firing them off into the sun. Like you said, with that philosophy of keeping all their star players like under a certain amount. But this is also going to be a salary cap that's going up, was it $25 million over the next 3 years? It's like if you have to pay Mikko Rantanen an extra million and a half over 8 years, is that enough to bombard, to just torpedo everything you've kind of created together? I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't see, even at the time it was a bit of a perplexing move, but I think now it's perplexing. And also, if I'm an Avs fan, I am outside of the ball arena, and I am picketing. I'm asking for a return, like for a refund
Yeah.
on some of my tickets.
Do you feel you saying you feel like a bit of a Dallas Mavs fan here? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's I wonder this is just like total side story here, but I hope some Mavs fans maybe converted into Stars fans or just paid more attention to their hockey team
A bit
after this
more.
season, right? Like what a
Yeah.
saga to be the team giving up the guy and on the other side the Stars they got the Luka Doncic, right?
I'll
So it's
tell you, they're gonna be the best team in Dallas for a while, because the
not
Cowboys
a
ain't
lot
doing
of
much either.
yeah, not a lot of competition there. Yeah,
Yeah,
the Texas Rangers are up and down all around. Who knows?
yeah, that's true.
The other side of the other yeah, the other side of the Rantanen equation is who the Avs got. Martin Necas, 5 points in 7 games. He was going head to like he was going toe to toe with Mikko Rantanen in the regular season after the trade. They were honestly he was outperforming Mikko Rantanen at a lot of points. Um, Not the case in the playoffs. Doubled up on points. The bet that you're making as an Abs front office is that you can get better bang for your buck from Martin Necas than Mikko Rantanen. And just saying that is crazy. Maybe that's not. Maybe I'm wrong in putting those words in the Abs mouth, but you need to get basically 75-80% of Mikko Rantanen's production for 75-80% of his salary, right? And this year, Necas is making, I think, 6 mil, but next year he's up for a contract. So it's about what you're going to sign him to that deal. And it probably starts with a 9, maybe creeps into the 10 with the salary cap rising. So I don't know. I don't know if it's that part of the. I honestly don't even have a problem with the Necas bet because he fits the Abs team so well. I don't want to put my blame there. I maybe put my blame at how many shots they've taken at these kind of like mid salary guys, and their hit rate is not great. It's not great. Like you turn Bowen Byram into Casey Middlestat into Charlie Coyle.
And
I
Troy
just
Coyle
feel
wasn't
like
that great either.
right, and he makes 5.25. I think he's still got another year after this one. You turned your best prospect in Cale Ritchie and what 2 firsts or first like you turned a haul into one season, half a season, 25 games of Brock Nelson, who scored 0 goals for you in this playoff series.
Yeah.
You're and the Avs once again. We talked about level-headed, poster child for how to run a team, be a Stanley Cup contender. They, as much as any team that I can remember recent memory, feel like they're backed into a corner. It's like you need to re-sign Brock Nelson, or else your trade looks awful. And that's not how you should be operating as a front office. But I think losing him is a worse look than keeping him and trying to right keep contending for the Stanley Cup.
I don't know how they
Uh,
can. I don't know how they can like not keep him. And
right, it's
well,
it's
like
like yeah,
they
it's
have the pieces,
untenable.
but it's like yeah, it is like
The core is there. We're like you can always have a chance with the core, but like I said, they've reloaded so many times now, and I look more at the back end. Like it is Cale Makar, Devon Tays, and guys. Sam
mhm.
Girard is not who he used to be. Right, he needs
Not
to
who
be
everybody thought he was going to be either.
Yeah, and injuries is part of that too. I was a huge Sam Girard fan in their cup run. He was on a great trajectory. He he can't be the number three, right? And that's where he is right now. For better or worse, he's the number three. Bowen Byram used
Yeah.
to be that, and
You
all
don't
the health
have a Bowman,
concerns.
you don't have a Byram to fall back on either, right? Like
No,
that's
no.
the thing.
So I'd look at that as honestly the spot where it's like you just need another, and it's not like you even need a guy who's like offensively focused or defensively focused. You just need to upgrade the quality of the blue line in any sense of the word. I feel
I mean
that's where I'm
also
looking.
having Josh Manson back there definitely helps out a lot more than
Yeah,
not. I think
yeah.
personally, I think for me, he's my three at that point, even over like Sam Girard. But yeah, no, I think you're right. Like adding Ryan Lindgren around the trade deadline, was that enough to move the needle? Like I don't think he was the like that great.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe okay. Now I'm
Even
just coming back to like you lost in seven to a Stanley Cup contender. Maybe it isn't the quote unquote end of the world, but
it honestly feels like we've been here before. Does it not?
yeah, yeah, we have been. We have been. I don't know. Like frustrating season. Nathan McKinnon's gonna try and wipe it all away at the Worlds, try and get his mind off of it, I guess. But I don't know. This feels like they're gonna be a sneaky team, the Avs in this offseason. Like I feel like they're gonna be interested in someone that maybe we didn't expect. I don't know who, but I think they might have to follow up their big move in the regular season with a big move in the offseason too. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.